Hey, glad to see you here. Welcome back to another Story Tim, where I'm talking about some of my stories back in when I was shooting news at WTOC in Savannah, Georgia. Be aware, this is another really gross one, so if you got any kind of strong stomach, you might want to go to the next video. Anyway, this story is about what was going on with the crack prostitutes, which they called rock stars. It was during the days when they had the Jivens gang. I've got another story about the Jivens gang later in there where they were actually killing these women, as part of a kind of an initiation thing into their gang. Well, they had this one woman who had been put down a lift station. They had said, we got over the call of the scanners that they had found body parts at the lift station. Now, I don't know if you know how sewage works and stuff. You think, well, it's just gravity. Well, that's partially true. It is gravity, but they also have like these gigantic propellers. So like if you can imagine a propeller going like this that's actually pushing all this stuff in through the lift station and into the sewage treatment plant. So we got a call that they found these body parts over there. So of course they sent A to him, go out there and shoot this stuff. Well, I'm like, just great. How did I get this job? So anyway, so I went over there and I went to the sewage place. Now, sewage, it doesn't smell good at any time. You kind of get it and it gets in your skin. You're like, ew, this place is gross. So we went out, we couldn't find anything. And then I went to ask them, I said, well, listen, we got this thing about this 46, this dead body in the area here. I need to go and shoot this stuff. What's going on? Did you find something? And he yeah, we found something. And I said, well, where is it? And he says, look over there. And so there's this kind of big pile of like kind of solid sewage stuff. And I'm like, I don't really see anything. He said, look at it carefully. So I'm looking at it real carefully like this. And then I'm like, what's that? And I discern from this big pile, it's like about 8-foot tall pile of flotsam and jetsam, whatever it was. I see this hand. It's just like a forearm with these fingers kind of curled like this, sticking out of the top of this stuff, sort of like a flagpole. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So I went over there and they said, yeah, and there's more. So I went over there and I'd go over there and I saw like, here's a hunk of her leg. And I go over here and like, this is some of her scalp. And oh man, there's another part of her forearm. I'm like, how am I supposed to shoot this? I can't put this on TV. So basically what you do is you get real far away and you shoot a wide shot so nobody can really see it very well. And then you shoot like the building. Here's kind of where it came out, But that story really affected me because it was like for days I kept seeing this image of this hand coming out of the pile of all of this stuff, and I couldn't get the smell out of me. When it was the Edgar Allan Poe story about how the spot, he couldn't get the spot out because it was like blood. He kept thinking it was like, I felt like that, like like it was embedded in my skin and in my head. And oh man, it was like, I didn't sleep well. When you see all this stuff on TV and think, ooh, that was bad. You should also pray for the guys that have to go out there and cover the stuff because it could shake you up, man. And I know you're like, again, did Tim really have to tell me this story? But I guess part of why I'm telling it is to try to, help my own healing. Because, you hear all this, I'm just telling y'all some of them, of the things that happened to me. You could think, man, no wonder Tim is so twisted. And that was another Story Tim.